Hey folks, Dustin Zarni here, Democratic Elections Commissioner from Onondaga County, and welcome to Commissioner in a Car, but again, not in a car. I actually got some good news on my car today. The UAW strike put the parts on hold. It just came in, and I'm hoping to have my car by Friday, which has been a long 4 weeks. But solidarity to my union brothers and sisters, fight the good fight. I totally support you in that. It's been a slight inconvenience being without a car, but luckily I've had some good friends take care of me. And I'm actually kind of glad that I'm doing Commissioner in a Car, but not in a car today because I'm going to do it in my office. There's some things I want to show you regarding absentee ballots, because today is the absentee ballot deadline, today is a show about the absentee ballot deadline. The absentee ballot deadline is actually Monday, October 23rd, and that's the deadline to request online or by mail absentee ballots. Now, you can continue to request them in person up until November 6th, and the Onondaga County Board of Elections has a policy to actually, if we get requests after October 23rd by mail, if we're able to, we will mail those ballots out. But it's not guaranteed, and so that's why this October 23rd is a deadline by New York State, and is something that I'm advising you that if you need an absentee ballot, to follow that. Now, I did a seminar on absentee ballot voting, back in, I think, May, about the June primary, and it is on my website at dustinzarni.com, in the Zarni seminar page on my website. And you can find it there if you're still wondering how to request by absentee. But since I'm in my office, I'm going to show you some things that make it a little bit easier to request a ballot by absentee. It's for those of you who are following along on audio. Well, I'll try to spell it out for you. So first thing you want to do is go to our website, the Onondaga County Board of Elections website, onvote.net. And here's onvote.net right here. Whoops, there we are. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do this, not looking, but there's onvote.net right here. And you see this thing that says click here to apply for your absentee ballot online. This will bring you to our absentee page. And then you can go right down here to the electronic absentee portal, which will give you a request. You can fill out all your information here, let's do me. See if I can do this. Sorry if the camera's a little off because I can't really see what I'm doing when I'm doing this, but here we are. So you type in your name, your date of birth, your zip code, and your county. My county's Onondaga County. And you hit search, and it brings up your absentee ballot form. You'll ask it to mail to your residential address or a different address. You want whatever election is. This is the general election. You would do that. So let's say I want to mail it to there and to my general election. I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble here. There we are. And then let's say I'm absent from county. Now, I'm not actually going to submit this because I'm actually here and I plan to vote in person during early voting. But I'm just doing this for right now. And you would put in your phone number. I would put in my phone number. I'm not going to do it right now. In my email, I'm not going to do it right now. But I would actually put that in. It's additional contact in case we need to reach you. You would click this and then hit submit. Now, I'm not going to hit submit because once you submit your absentee ballot application in New York, you forego the right to actually vote on the machines at your polling places. So it's very important that if you want an absentee ballot and we deliver an absentee ballot to you, that you fill out that absentee and return it. So the deadline for doing this online application is October 23rd. That ends on October 23rd. The New York State Board of Elections will close the portal for the rest of the election. You can also on onvote.net download an absentee ballot form by right here. It's right here, and you can mail that in, and that would bring you the absentee ballot form, and that you could mail that in to us. You can also request us to mail a form to you with a postage paid envelope, and we will send you out a ballot. The ballots are postage paid as well. The deadline for sending a ballot to us, it must be postmarked no later than November 7th. Now, it's very important that you just send it in right away, and here's why. If the ballots are received before November 4th, they will be part of the election night results. So any ballots received but before the last Sunday of early voting, and the reason I say November 4th, is that is a Saturday, and we're directing the post office to deliver mail to us. But it could be November 3rd if they decide not to deliver mail to us. And anything received by November 4th will be canvassed, and we will have as part of our election night results on Tuesday, November 7th. Anything received after that will hold a week. We will count them. We always count absentees. And we will do that on November 7th. We'll do that on November 14th, I believe, is when we start canvassing the absentees after the election. And we always count them, whether the races are close or not. But remember, last year we had a 10-vote race. So we definitely will count them, and we definitely will report those results in our certified results, hopefully before Thanksgiving this year, as opposed to right before Christmas last year, because that hand count race took forever. One other thing I want to show you is that we actually, for our candidates, have a candidate portal that we give information out to the candidates. And this is all public information, but there's a way for them to get data on a daily basis as opposed to some of the things on the public. But you may notice that on our Facebook and social feeds, I've been posting on the Board of Elections website and tweeting and reposting on my feeds, I'm definitely on Facebook and Twitter, the daily absentee counts. Well, I get that from this spreadsheet here. And this is a spreadsheet that we keep. It's on our candidate portal. And it kind of goes over, what ballots have come in from what party and the percentage of the ballots that are out and the percentage that are returned. And we are seeing kind of Democrats are still ahead when it comes to requesting absentee ballots. Although we do have less requests for absentee ballots so far this year than we did 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we had about 9,000 requests. 1 year after the pandemic, the pandemic was still going on, but we still had, and the pandemic excuse was still valid in 2021. But in 2023, the absentee ballots have gone down. We only have about 6,500 requests so far this year, even though we have more voters than we had 2 years ago. 50% of those requests come from Democrats. 27% of those requests come from Republicans. And the rest are, broken among the minor parties, and 18% come from non-enrolleds. Now, how does that, yes, Democrats are definitely taking more advantage of absentees. They're still taking more advantage of absentees, which never used to be the case before 2020, but it is now. But in terms of their enrolled registration numbers, the Republicans are actually requesting at about the same rate they're registered in Onondaga County. Their absentee request is about 27%. They make up, actually, that's amazing. As of today, there's 1,753, Republican requests out of 82,599 registered. That makes up about 26.96% of our total requests, and also that happens to be the exact same number of their voter registration of the county, 26.96%. Just sure that will change tomorrow. But as of today, that's a neat little fact. However, the Democrats make up 50.01% of the absentee applications, and only make up 38.07% of the county as a whole. So they're obviously requesting absentees at a higher rate than their enrollment. So where is the drop-off coming in? Well, that comes in with the blanks, or the non-enrolleds. They have about 17.36% of our requested applications, and they actually make up 28.42% of the populace. That is not That is not surprising. It's very, very unsurprising because non-enrolleds, especially in local elections, but almost every election, participate at a lower rate than Democrats and Republicans. Partisans tend to vote more often, and also take advantage of early voting and absentees more than the non-enrolled do. So that's not surprising at all. What is surprising is how much the Democrats are still taking advantage of it. But Republicans are, about the same percentage as their population. So, and that's pretty much been the same for the last couple of years in New York. Other places, we've seen this really polarization around absentees, and definitely Democrats have taken more advantage in New York, more advantage now anyways. And early voting, Democrats have taken more advantage of. But maybe we'll start seeing leveling out because these numbers will continue to change. Now, when we're talking about returned absentees, only about 19% of the people have actually returned their absentees right now. Democrats are right at that 19.25%, and 19.5% have returned them overall. Democrats are 19.25% of their requests that have been returned, and Republicans are a little bit better so far. 21.33% of the absentees that they've sent out have been returned, but that's really statistically very close. So Democrats and Republicans are returning them at about the same rate. Democrats are definitely requesting them more, and remember, these are all Onondaga County numbers. Democrats are definitely requesting them more, but Republicans are requesting them at the same rate of their population as a whole. So we'll see how this continues to bear out. Again, the absentee ballot deadline is October 23rd. That's Monday. And you can go to onvote.net and request an absentee. By the way, you can request an absentee at onvote.net if you're following along anywhere in New York outside of outside of Onondaga County. It's a one-stop shop. That's our website here at the Board of Elections, but we link right to the State Board website. And got to request it by October 23rd. Got to mail it back by November 7th, postmarked by November 7th. So that's really all I got for Commissioner in the Car today. Later on this week on Zoom and Zarni will be the Salina Town Democrats. The two candidates that are running for Salina Town Board are coming on the show on Thursday. My weekly wonk will return this weekend with Onondaga County Ledge District 15. And that's wrapping up all the political subdivisions. But right before the election, I plan on doing a big follow-up to how Onondaga County and the city of Syracuse and the towns have changed over the year. Preview, not much. Everything has been kind of stagnant when it comes to registrations. But we'll look at that and then we'll also look at it compared to 2 years ago, which was the last time we had local elections, and 4 years ago, which was the last time we had county executive elections. So this is, I'll do a little wrap-up right before the election on my weekly wonks. Always go to DustinSarney.com, and you can get information on all my content, as well as any news. By the way, I appeared on Capitol Confidential this morning, or this afternoon. I'll have that posted on my website and on my socials later on tonight. So check that out. All right. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.